The
The
docs are
docs are
in.
in.
Hello and welcome back to A Dose of the Docs.
Uh, this is Mr. Beal.
And this is Layla. We proudly represent the RoboDocs from FRC and VEX Robotics Team 599, originating from Granada Hills Charter High School in California.
So I'm a mentor. I'm a volunteer mentor, former coach, and former student. So I'm alumni. I've got all three hats.
And I'm just an incoming rookie onto the team. This is going to be my first year on the RoboDocs. So, this is our first episode of our second semester of the podcast series, and we're going to delve into the history of the RoboDocs. Now, the RoboDocs actually have been here for quite some time, since 2000 actually, and as someone who's fairly new to the team, I'd love to hear about our history.
So yeah, of course. I was actually a member of the team on their third year. Um, so the RoboDocs is 599 officially started in 2001. I was a member on the team in 2002, 2003. So that's technically the second year. So um, we originally started as a community team with a couple of organizations out in Chatsworth uh, and Chatsworth High School and surrounding area as Team 396. And that was back in the year 2000. The team disbanded after that season, so they were only went to a couple of events and I think, one major event in San Jose. But then the students from Granada High School said, "Hey, let's form our own team." And along with the mentor, who is the former physics teacher at Granada, Mr. Vanderway, and they decided to form their own team, which became 599.
Well, that's honestly amazing. So, the team didn't just begin at Granada High, it came from multiple different schools. So, let's moving on to the name. How did RoboDocs come to be? Where did this name come from?
So early on, one of our big sponsors was Medtronic, which their Medtronic Diabetes campus is literally about a block and a half down from the high school. So everybody said, "Hey, let's figure this out." But then they also had their first robot in the 2001 season was called the drastically overcomplicated team operated robot, or Doctor for short. So that combined with Medtronic turned into the RoboDocs. And after that, it was pretty much Docs all the way down.
Honestly, that's some pretty creative nameplay. I like the Doctor Robot. Honestly, since before joining the team, I always thought the name RoboDocs was pretty catchy. And aside from the name, I thought the symbol was really cool. It was pretty much an eye catcher, and I wear it as a pin on my bag all the time. So, what's the origin story of that?
So that this one I actually don't really know. I'm trying, I've reached out to a couple other people and we're trying to figure out what year, our little, the RoboDocs came into play. Because in my year in 2003, it was just the team number. We didn't have this really nice little logo here, the and I'm estimating between 2006 and 2010 is when it first appeared, and we've had some amazingly talented artists come through K2, or what like K2 used to be the robotics room, now it's K1. So amazingly talented students come through on the team doing various things. And at some point, I think somebody just said, "Hey, I'm gonna doodle this down," and somebody else liked it, and um, and back in 2018, technically I started in 2018. I actually took this logo and I turned it into a mascot head. Um, a little bit big, but it turned it into a mascot. It had an LED like for the eyes where it just scrolled RoboDocs and a couple other messages. It had lights in the top. Um, Unfortunately, that went missing. I think someone liked that mascot a little bit too much, and so he was only around for one season. But I guess it's time for Doc's mascot 2.0, or yeah, we should figure out what we should name him.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That seems like it would have been really fun to see, and maybe it's possible that we can get another one up and rolling for this new year, and hopefully keep it safe this time, so we don't lose it.
Yes.
But what a shame. I would have loved to see it. And this brings me to my last question. What has been your favorite memory with the team? I know you've been here for a while, so if you could choose one, what would it be?
I think one of my favorite memories with the team, and it's kind of a defining memory for me because it was when I was on the team. We got to go to the World Championships uh, that year, which was in Houston. Ironically, because before, like the year before, it was at Walt Disney World. The year after was at Walt Disney World again. But my year, they just happened to be in Houston, and we got to see Chuck Yeager, so the man who broke the sound barrier, give like the keynote speech to I would say about 20 or 30,000 high school robotics kids. And inside a brand new stadium, because that was when Reliant, I think it's called AT&T Stadium, or is it AT&T? No, it's still Reliant Stadium or something like that. It's the where the Houston Texans play, um, brand new, and we were the first event there. And we got to meet so many different people and from a bunch of different teams and areas. It's a magical experience where you're just like, okay, that's when you finally find out and you figure out I'm a part of something really big. This isn't just the 40, 30, 20 kids on my team. We're not just doing it because it's, our teachers, our mentors say we're doing it. We were there because we got ourselves there.
Wow, honestly, that's really amazing. Um, it's a shame you didn't go to Disneyland, but I think the outcome of your guys' competition was actually really great. And it's amazing to see that everyone can come together and see how big the community is, because that's a lot of students.
Yeah. And
Um,
it's even bigger now.
yeah, that's amazing. So thank you for telling me about our history. I feel like I know so much more about it. And I'm so excited to make my own memories here at the Robodocs.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to have you.
Thank you. All right. So thank you guys for joining us for the second season of A Dose of the Docs, and we hope to catch you guys again real soon. The
The
docs are
docs are
out.
out.